Pissed on a cheeseburger because the pickles lack the bitter taste I sought. Oh, welcome back to another Llama Rider 37 production. About a month and a half ago on Instagram, I asked you guys to tell me the worst thing that you've ever done. Here are the responses. First response. Accidentally called the black dude in my class a big black hard R and everyone heard it. That's a tricky situation, but I believe you should have doubled down, right? So mentally, you have a problem with them if you're instantly referring to the guy as, you know, a hard R. So I think you should double down. Quit being scared about it. You know what I mean? Just go ahead and do it. Not that I don't condone that. I'm just saying I think you should double down on it. Okay, second response. Threaten an Asian lady who was high on acid with a brick. Personally, I don't have a high opinion of drug users at all. To be honest with you, I don't really have a problem with this. I probably would have done a similar thing, except I would have thrown the brick at her dome piece. You know what I mean? Probably would have cracked her skull or something. Because they're all just going to overdose at some point. But before they overdose, they're just collecting government money the whole time. So it's like, do they really need to be here? All right, third response. Let's just say I went Appa Bill Cosby style at a New Year's Eve party in 2011. I think he slipped something in the punch at a New Year's Eve party. What did he do? I mean, he must have drugged like 60 people. What'd you do with 60 people? This guy's a psychopath, man. He took advantage of like 60 people. This guy's messed up mentally, man. Jerk my shit to Llama Rider 37. Best thing, actually. I asked for worse things, but yeah, that does sound pretty good, as long as you're above age. I used my mom's vibrator on my own dick. Now that is whatever that word, incestuous. Sorry, I know the word, obviously, if I'm trying to say it, but I just haven't said it ever. I've never said that fucking word, so I don't know how to pronounce it, okay? But that's disgusting. I don't know what to do now, right? You now have had your mom's pussy juice on your dick. You know, I don't even really want to touch this, even with a 10-foot pole. Like, I don't want to go anywhere near this. This is disgusting, and you should definitely regret this. That's fucking vile, dude. Same guy. I logged into my friend's TikTok and posted the N-word hard R on his story. See, now this is a whole lot better. This ain't even that bad. I feel like there's this taboo, right? All these celebrities, they get exposed. They said the N-word before. I'm white, okay? I'm white, and I'm telling you right now, I've said every variation of the N-word that there possibly is. Now, am I gonna do it now? No, but I have said every single variation of that word. It's not as bad as it fucking seems, right? We were all kids at some point. Who hasn't said the N-word? And don't lie, right? We've all said the fucking N-word. If we're in America and we're white or we're Asian or anything but black, we have all said the N-word. There needs to stop being this fucking taboo around it. We need to stop. The celebrities, when they're 14, yeah, they're saying the N-word. When I was 14, I was saying the N-word at least 30 times a day. Let's keep it a buck, right? We all said it, and it doesn't make it right, but it's just common. I think as adults, we shouldn't be saying it, but as kids, we all fucking said it. We all said it. Someone said, kick a toddler. I do this weekly. You know what I mean? When I go to Waffle House and that baby won't shut the fuck up, I don't kick it. I it. Anyways, subscribe to Llama Rider 37 on YouTube. That's the best thing you could have ever fucking done. Tell you what, I'll be the funniest guy on this app one day, okay? I'm gonna be like, I'm like Naruto. I'll be the, sorry, I sound like such a weeb. I've recently started watching Naruto. Great show, by the way. I can't fucking stand Naruto, though. Naruto might be the worst character. Oh, I'm gonna be Grand Hokage. Shut the fuck up, little bro. I don't know. He's just so weak right now because I'm watching, like, Naruto, like the original or whatever. He's so fucking weak, dude. He barely just beat Kiba or whatever. Kiba. Kiba's a fucking weakling. Anyways, yeah, that was a great decision. Okay, I will be the funniest on this app one day. Jerk my Johnson to your content. That's a good thing. Beat it to one of your vids. That's a good thing. Holy fuck, guys. That's like 4 so far. Sent my eggplant pic to my teacher because I was getting a low grade if I didn't. Now, this is another common misconception in society, okay? As long as the female teacher is hot, it's not a crime. All right, no, I don't care what the male. If a male teacher is doing it with a female student, it's a crime regardless. I don't care if it's fucking, I don't know who's a hot dude, fucking the body lifter guy. I don't care if was the one doing it. Why should I be saying that? I shouldn't be saying that. Anyways, it's always a crime if a male teacher does it because that's fucking disgusting. That's vile. But if the female teacher is conventionally attractive, it's not really a crime as long as the kid's above like 14. Just my take on it. So if anything, you're winning. As long as if she's ugly though, report her immediately. That is disgusting behavior from her, and she has traumatized you. Okay, beat my meat in the sped class and busted on the bald autistic kid's face, and he said safe space, by the way. That's pretty bad. That is 10 out of 10 terrible. and you should seek help, bro. That's disgusting. At least you like shined his head or whatever. Okay, maybe you helped a little. Maybe his head was a little dry and you kind of put it on there like lotion. Maybe this wasn't such a bad thing. Jerked off to zoophilia during COVID. Yeah, you're fucking disgusting, dude. God damn. You watching giraffes? Fuck. Spent one day not gooning to Fort Skins. Yeah, that's a pretty bad thing. Be born. Okay, we got a fucking edgelord here. Who the fuck, dude? What 12-year-old sent this in? Anthony, I'll say your name. Go seek some help. Go speak to a therapist or something if you genuinely feel that way. But don't ever say that again on the internet. You will get bullied. Nothing. I made this up. Keep playing Plants for Oh, he sent 4. Sorry. Well, you made it up, so I'm not doing it. What the fuck? Okay, never mind. Thing invalid. Spent 4 years making sure a guy's life was miserable because he stole in Arizona from me. Arizona's good as fuck. Like the state? He stole the state of Arizona from you? What are you? The fuck? Are you Mexico? Mexico? Okay, so this is Mexico talking to America. No, I'm just kidding. I know what you're saying. Arizona is very good. The raspberry and the lemon one. Oh, man. Arizona. I lived off of Arizona when I was a kid. Me and my girlfriend are still together due to Arizona tea. Actually, she did something stupid, and then I was about to break up with her, and she came back with an Arizona tea one day, and I was like, all right, I guess I'll stay with her. Yeah, he deserved it. Goon to Llama Rider 39, please don't tell him. Okay, I won't tell him. Laughed at your fuck-ass videos, all right? Stole all the toilet paper from the disabled bathroom. They weren't using that shit anyways. Yeah, I mean, that's like taking poison from a baby. Good. You know what I mean? They weren't gonna use that toilet paper. You know they'd be walking around with shitty, stinky booties. I know what you've done. What have I done? The worst thing I've ever done? I don't even know the worst thing I've ever done. This guy said bust a nut. Yeah, that is pretty bad. That's a sin. This guy said, horse meat. Okay. Well, might be dead. Truman said snuck into Llama Rider 37's house and stole the keys to his Honda and had sex in the back of it. I didn't know he did this. I've sat my 12 month or 11-month-old fucking nieces in there. So good job, dude. You just got your sex juice all over my nieces. Fucking sicko. I once spent like 3 hours of my life convincing this girl, who is currently an ex, that my Tinder account wasn't me. Yeah, that is a terrible thing. I have a firm stance on cheaters. I hate cheaters, and I think, you know, you're immoral. I genuinely don't respect you now. That's disgusting. If you didn't want to be with her, you should have just broke up with her. Why the fuck are you... Why are you even on a dating app, bro? Just go meet somebody in real life. You know, I won't lie. If I broke up with my girlfriend, which I'm never planning on doing, I would have a very rough time meeting people in real life. I'm not very sociable. I probably just wouldn't date. I would probably be an incel, for real. Anyways, I have zero respect for you, and please unfollow me. I just don't respect you at all. Also, oh, shit. Okay, this guy is 2. God, man. All right, let's read this whole fucking essay. Oh, never mind. This is like 5, bruh. I put makeup on and I'm a boy. I've worn tons of nail polish. I've never put like face makeup on, but I paint my nails sometimes. Well, I haven't done it in like a year. But I have painted my nails before. It's not that bad. If you're putting on like actual makeup, whatever. You know what I mean? It's a little gay, but do whatever you want, man. Also, I touched myself before marriage. You're going to hell. And there was this one time I thought about you in a dirty way. I did in fact touch myself. That's not good. That's very parasocial of you. You have no idea what I look like. What if I was a big fat fucking like Mexican dude or something? Also, my dog pooped on the ground. I didn't pick it up. It was icky and I didn't wanna. What, and your like fucking mom came stumbling out of her room and stepped on it in the middle of the night or something? Like, what? Just pick the poop up, bro. What'd you do? Just let it soak into the carpet? Alright, sold a gram of powdered sugar to some high school kids for 80 bucks. Told them it was high grade. LMFAO. I fuck with this. Dude, it was probably white kids too. Good, man. You're teaching them a lesson, right? They probably still snorted it, and you know, they definitely still snorted it. So they probably still thought they got high. Their bodies convinced them that they were high. Hopefully, I don't know. Next time, just give them Fent or something. Like, give them something that'll really teach them a lesson. But good, man. Good on you. Good hustle. Someone said, follow you. Fuck you. Gooning to your vids. Holy fuck, how many comments am I gonna get about you guys jerking off to my videos? This is a fucking problem. I've been saying this for months now. For literally 6 months, I've been saying that this is a fucking problem. Quit jerking off to my videos. There's nothing to jerk off to. There's literally, I'm not putting any sort of sexual material in these fucking videos. What are you jerking off to? But anyways, on a side note, I've been doing this for a year now. Isn't that fucking crazy? Not YouTube, but just Llama Rider in general. I've been doing it for almost a year now. I think I started it in, I started it in July or September or maybe even August. But still, I've been doing it for around a year. Isn't that fucking crazy? That is crazy, dude. Like, at least 10 months. That's insane. And we've grown a lot. I mean, we're at like 130,000 followers combined. Follow LlamaRider37. Fuck you. What's going on, LlamaRider? Sorry to cut in here in the middle of the video, but I got a couple things I'd like to plug. First off, I've turned on channel memberships where you'll get exclusive membership perks. I also have a Cameo now, so if you want me to roast a friend or maybe wish somebody a happy birthday, I'm perfect for that. Also, I'm looking for a few people to come onto a podcast type thing with me and Juan where we're going to talk about something for about 5-10 minutes. Make sure it's funny. Go ahead and submit your idea or whatever you want to tell us to LlamaRider37submissions@gmail.com, and I'll pick I don't know, 5 to 10 people, and I'll pick a time and we'll all get on and we'll speak about this. Thank you guys. Have a great day. I cream pied a girl quite a few times in one day in 10th grade. Who hasn't? The fuck? This is a common thing. Hopefully you didn't get her pregnant. Are you implying that you got her pregnant and left? Hopefully you did that. That's what I do. If they do that ultrasound or whatever the fuck and they determine it's a girl, I'm leaving my girlfriend immediately. I will not have a child that's a girl. Gay son or daughter, give me 100 gay sons taking big ass dick. Okay, I don't even want the... Or 100 gay sons taking big ass dick and you hear it all night, or one normal woman daughter. Give me the 100 gay sons. I'm not dealing with no daughter. It's crazy. I'm definitely gonna have 2 daughters now because I want 2 kids, and they're gonna look back on this, and by then hopefully I'm doing this full time and they come across this video and they're just fucking crying their eyeball. Daddy doesn't want me. I put trash in the recycling bin. To be honest with you, I feel like I do this a lot, or I used to do this a lot, because I want to recycle as much as possible, so I put shit that's not even supposed to go in there. But it sounds like you were just putting like fucking vegetables in there or something. Don't do that. Don't make it harder. They can come back and fine you, I think. Like if they figure out who did the stupid shit, like they can get you. But I mean, it'd be pretty hard to figure it out, but they can do that, I think. Suck my toes, little bitch boy. Okay, what the fuck did I do to you? Watch my granny and grandpa get it on. Sounds pretty bad. I don't know how you ended up in that predicament. Don't do that again. All right, stalking. Yeah, that is a problem. That's genuinely a problem. You need to seek mental help for that. Or if you're going to continue to stalk people, you may as well off a building or something. That's not good. Don't do that anymore. That's disgusting behavior. Gerbil. So you did a gerbil? That's not good. Stole 10K from my place of employment. That's not a bad... It depends on where you worked. If you worked at some like small homegrown business, this is terrible, and you should take the advice I just gave to the other guy. But if you stole from like McDonald's or, you know, some big corporation, good on you. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck. I mean, we all deserve big ass bonuses anyways, so good thing. It's not really a bad... I mean, illegally, that's a bad thing, but morally, that's not really a bad thing, depending on who you stole it from. I parked my car in 2 spots. You're about as bad as the stalker. Take the advice I gave him, because that's fucking stupid, man. Why are you doing that? Genuinely, why are you doing that? You probably drive like a... People who don't even drive luxury vehicles, at least people with luxury vehicles, I kinda understand it, but like, if you drive like a fucking Civic or something, bro, don't even need to do that, right? The Civics almost look better beat up, because it's like an everyday man's car. It's kind of like wearing a pair of distressed jeans. It's kind of like, oh shit, look, this guy's raw. You know, he's got a beat up Honda. Stop running from the fucking distressing that you could put on your car by parking in 2 spots, especially if you drive like a Civic. If you drive a luxury vehicle, you can afford to get that shit fixed anyways. Who cares? Fucked a fat bitch when I wasn't even down bad. That is pretty bad. That was a pretty bad decision, right? I wouldn't know. I'm not in this world where I need like where I'm not in this single world where I'm just like banging girls or whatever the fuck. I've never done that. Never been that. I've been, since high school, I've had a girlfriend and been very loyal to her. I've never been in this world. I imagine if I wouldn't do a fat bitch even if I was desperate. That's just not... I just don't get paid enough for that. You know what I mean? That's not something I do. So yeah, I would consider not doing that in the future, or marrying her or something. Yeah, this is the thing though. If you were to catch feelings for this fat bitch and you married her, shit, dude, that's a dub. To be honest with you, because a fat bitch ain't gonna do no cheating on you, right? As long as you're a conventionally attractive guy. This is what I've learned. If you're a conventionally attractive guy and you get with an ugly girl, you're pretty much set. You don't got to deal with no bullshit. Nobody's hitting on her. You got to deal with people being mean to her, but at least then you can continue to manipulate her and be like, oh, I love you, honey. You're beautiful. You make her think that you're the only one that thinks... It's just a whole manipulation game that you can play with these ugly girls. And they'll pay your rent. They'll do everything for you because someone showed them appreciation. You got to start manipulating women in 2025. It's easy as fuck. They've been manipulating us for years. Turn the tables. They want equality? All right, I'll give you equality. I talk like I would do this. I'm with a very attractive woman that, complete opposite. You know what I mean? I laughed at someone in a wheelchair tipping over in public, had to hide my laughter. This is not a bad thing. That's comical. You know, obviously it's wrong, morally wrong, but who really gives a fuck, right? That's funny as fuck, dude. That's so fucking funny. You know, you didn't do it. You didn't do it. That's like when you see a big ass, if you were out in public and you saw some big ass fucking landslide like off the side of a mountain and it crushed a car, you would laugh. I would laugh. That's funny as fuck. That's so fucking funny. You didn't do the landslide. You're not laughing at the person dying. You're just laughing at the big ass fucking movement of rock. You know what I mean? Your mom. Thanks, asshole. Touch myself in a school bathroom's disabled stall. More room. More room. This is not a bad thing. You guys are misinterpreting the question. You're telling me the best thing you guys ever done. More room. A fucking disabled stall is like a whole bedroom, man. So what, you rented out, you jerked off in a hotel? Good one, man. Good on you. You got a free hotel room to jerk off in. Been groomed. That's not something you did. That's bad. You know, I hope you're not still with the person. You know, you can talk to people your age. Don't think you gotta, like, I don't know. You're alright. You're alright. Quit talking to people like that. That's not cool. Have a good day. Masturbating in a public place. Once again, not that bad of it. If you're an adult, yes, this is terrible. But as a kid, let me be honest, right? I've done that. I have definitely done that. And I'm not ashamed of it because I was like 12. You know what I mean? Like, I think we've probably all done this. This is something we don't want to admit. Probably all done this. Now, if you're an adult doing this, you're disgusting. Go ahead, like the gooner that pulled through that drive-thru in the Hellcat or whatever. Do what he did because that's disgusting. But as a kid, we don't know any better, bruh. You know what I mean? We're trying to get our nut off anywhere, bruh. Probably like shat in a urinal after becoming inspired by the urinal shitter lore. You understand, right? I don't know about the urinal shitter lore, but have I done this? I don't think I've shat in a urinal. I've considered it, but I've never done it, right? I've always walked into the school bathroom and they got it roped off. Dude, they got it roped off like something fucking exploded, bro. Got it roped off. They got a trash bag covering it and everything. Oh, it's so funny. I've only ever seen the aftermath. I've never done it. That's not that bad of a thing. You're alright. You just ruined some fucking janitor's day. We all were ruining janitor's days, bruh. Jerk it to llama rider clips. You guys are fucking disgusting. Pissed on a cheeseburger because the pickles lacked the bitter taste I sought. Oh, fuck. Dude, grammatically? What's the word for that? Grammatically? Your grammar is impeccable, sir, is what I'm trying to say. It's just that, I mean, as long as it's your cheeseburger, it doesn't really matter. You can do whatever you want to your own food. I'm a strong believer in freedom, except for, like, drugs and shit. But, like, everything else, I think we should have freedom in. And I think if you want to piss on your cheeseburger, that is an expression of your freedom, and nobody can take that away from you. That's not a bad thing. Jerked off to your videos. What the fuck? Are we being serious? That is at least 15 fucking responses about jerking off to my videos. Guys, is this an epidemic? Quit jerking off to my videos. Gooned on the carpet. Whatever, man. Good one. I don't know, and that may say a lot about me. Hey, you're a good kid, Lewis. Good on you. I'm glad that... Oh, hold on. Never mind. That could mean one of two things. That could either mean he's a good kid, and he doesn't know if he's done anything bad, or he's done a lot bad, and he just made... fucking an edgy XXX Tentacion comment. You're not a little edgelord? Okay, what the fuck are you talking about? What have you done? You done some terrible shit? Get this guy in a fucking mental facility. Anyways, we'll read this fucking essay now. I remember one time in 2nd grade, I gave my swirly and went back to class thinking I would be able to go home early, but instead I got laughed at and the teacher sent me to the principal's office and they checked the cameras and saw no one was in there with me. That's fucking embarrassing, bro. That is a terrible thing you've done. Dude, a self-swirly to try to get out of school. I pissed myself one time in class to try to get out of school and it didn't work. I think we've all probably done some shit like this, right? I've never given myself a swirly, nor do I even believe swirlies are real fucking things. Who is actually receiving a swirly? Dude, this has got to be a Hollywood, like, fucking psyop or some shit because nobody's doing that, right? I never thought, okay, I won't lie, I was a bit of a bully. I regret it because now the kids that I was bullying, I find them funniest. And not to laugh at, to laugh with most of the time, right? I gravitate towards weirder people now. But as a bully, I never thought, hey, I'm gonna pick up this fucking retard and slam his head in the toilet and flush it, dude. I never once thought that. I never physically touched these people. I don't understand bullies, like, in movies beating up people. Does that really happen? How cruel are these kids, right? I was a bully. I would call you ugly. Or I didn't really call people ugly. I would just call people names and shit, like bully them, like, I don't know, normal. I never physically touched these people or hurt them physically. I may have mentally seriously hurt them, but I never physically would hurt these people. I think that was one step too far. That was something that I wasn't willing to do. So the teacher was probably like, yeah, nobody's actually getting swirlies. This kid's retarded. Yeah, I feel like we've all done something to try to get out of school that was embarrassing. I used to be in the nurse's office every other fucking day with a chronic headache, quote unquote, to try to get out of school. I fucking hated school. One time I put a Sharpie inside of me lid first and it came off and I had to go to the hospital. Oh, so you got like ink poisoning in your butthole, man. Why'd you do that? We had a kid in, I think third grade, maybe third or second grade, that stuck a paperclip down his urethra. Dead ass, he stuck the paperclip down his urethra. He got sent to the principal's office and we never saw him again. Dead ass. I think his parents unenrolled him. Or like he got sent to a mental facility or something. I have never seen him again. He had this little mohawk. He did that. Like he dead ass did that and I never saw him again. I remember his name even. He is so notable to me and I remember this so vividly that I remember his name, and this was second grade, and I haven't seen him since second or third grade. I think it was second grade, actually. Yeah, it was second grade. I haven't seen him since second grade, and I remember his full fucking name. Also, we had a kid, I remember his name too. I'm not going to say his name, but we had a kid in kindergarten, or maybe first grade. I don't know. You know, it all kind of blends together, but he would go into the bathroom. He was the only kid who still did this. He'd pull his fucking pants all the way down and start pissing. Whole ass out, whole bottom half exposed, and he would do this every day. I remember his name too, and I haven't seen him since first grade. Or kindergarten, I can't remember which one. There's a bunch of funny shit that happened in school. We had this kid in fourth grade. This was fourth grade, I remember it vividly. This was my last year at this school before I transferred. And he went into the bathroom, and he hopped up on the sink, right? And it came crashing down, and all you could hear it all the way down the hallway. And it just, and he fucking ran out, you know, trying to act like it wasn't him or whatever. Broke a whole sink. And I think I snitched on him too. I was quite a snitch when I was a kid. I was friends with this kid, theoretically. You know, at least I did. And then he did some weird shit one day involving girls. I won't say that. But yeah, I snitched on him like twice that year. I definitely told on him. Because he would tell me all this shit that he'd done. And then I'd be like, all right, I'm flipping this shit up to the... I was like a rat, bro. I was a rat. Anyways, let's finish these off. I only got 3 more. I jaywalked this one time. Might have to cut this one. Sorry. Yeah, that's terrible. That's a crime, dude. That's like a misdemeanor or something. That's terrible, dude. Take the advice I gave to the stalker, for real. Beat my meat to Llama 37 clips. Fuck, what is... God, okay, I'm not putting any more mental power towards that. Mental brain power towards that. That's fucking sick. You guys are disgusting. Low-key put my chihuahua in the toilet when I was 3 and he died because of it. That's traumatic. That sucks. Probably shouldn't have done that. I hope you've recovered from this decision. I think I'd still be beating myself up over that. That's fucking crazy, dude. Don't do that again. Anyways, that's going to be the end of the video here. I hope you guys enjoyed. Go ahead and go check out my TikTok, my Cameo, my Instagram, all that shit. Whatever. You know what the fuck I'm saying. Check me out. You know what I mean? Anyways, have a good day. Go and comment fidget spinner if you watch this far. And peace out, boys. Have a good day.